Okay, thank you, Haik, for this opportunity and a really interesting event that has been organized by the entire team. Myself, Dr. Jignesh Gohil, Assistant Professor at Shah College of Education, Gujarat, India. Uh, it's really my pleasure to be part of this event and presenting on teaching through MS Teams. The COVID pandemic has introduced so many applications and softwares to all of us for the teaching and learning process. We have come to know about so many video conferencing applications and softwares for the teaching learning process during this period. Uh, but among all, I think MS Team has come up with some interesting features in its application, that is MS Teams by Microsoft. Today in this 1 hour workshop, I'm going to introduce some interesting features of MS Teams in this workshop. We had already 1 hour workshop on 15th April on MS Teams by someone, but it was limited to the business from the business point of view, and also there was some presentations regarding education as well. But today in this session, we are going to discuss on MS Team as one of the best tools for the teaching and learning. No doubt there are so many other applications and softwares that can be used for the teaching learning process. But personally, I have found it very interesting as it provides some interesting features. So let's start with this session. I'm going to share my screen, but before that, before I start my all the presentation on MS Teams, it is very important for me to know that how many of you have MS account in the MS Team. So let's do a kind of activity on Mentimeter. I'm going to paste one link so that you can answer over there. I'm just pasting a link that in which the question is asked that have you ever used Microsoft Teams for teaching and learning? So I'm just pasting it in the chat box. You can answer over that so that we can know that how many of you have ever used Microsoft Teams. My screen sharing is disabled. If Haik is there, please help me with this.
I've promoted you to co-host.
Yes, okay, now it's enabled. So I have pasted one link over in the chat box where you can answer the question that have you ever used Microsoft Teams for teaching and learning? You can click on the link in the chat box and you can select the option as your answer. Or you can also answer, okay, someone has said that I cannot see the link. Let me, again, yes, sorry, it was not enabled to everyone. Now I'm pasting to everyone in the chat box. We have received some of the responses from you. 25% of audience says that they have used Microsoft Teams for teaching learning. We are still waiting for some responses, more responses from your side. Okay, so here we can, yes, some of have also written in the chat box that they have used Microsoft a little bit, and someone says that yes, they use it. So here we can see that many of you are unaware about the Microsoft Teams and its features for teaching and learning. So here I'm going to demonstrate step by step how to create a virtual classroom in MS Teams, and then how to create some different channels in MS Teams. Right, so let me switch over to my MS Team account by sharing the screen. Here is my account that I have opened in the Microsoft Teams. So first thing is that any teacher, who has account in the Microsoft Teams can create a classroom. uh, uh, there is option create a team. A team means a classroom. We can consider it as a classroom. So you have to give name of the classroom. Let's give name to this classroom, virtual round table meet. Right, this is the name of our classroom. You can select here that you want to operate this classroom. Privately means only the team members can work on it, or anyone in the organization can join it. It can be public or private. Let's keep here as a public. So uh, you can add members if you have in your organization other people who have account in your organization. They can be added in the team, but right now we are skipping this matter. Okay, so this classroom has been created in Microsoft Teams. It is very interesting that in a single classroom, Microsoft Teams provides so many features that can be used for teaching and learning. You might have this idea that it is free education package for the teacher educators or teaching and learning process. And so many people around the world use MS Teams free package, that is A1. The name is A1 package of education, Microsoft Teams, that is free for the organizations, educational organizations. You can register your organization in the MS Teams, and you can get account for your organization by registering. It's a free package, that is 365 A1 package. So this way our classroom has been created. We have given a name to our classroom, that is virtual roundtable meet. uh, okay, now we can add here some channels. Channels are very useful for the students to access the classroom. So what personally I use in my classroom or in my institute, that I have added 5 channels for my students, so that they can access the different activities online very easily and effectively. So what kind of channels we can add in the team? So first thing, in my institute, what I have done, that I have made one channel, that is discussion forum. Right, it is discussion forum. In this channel, my students can discuss whatever they want to discuss with me, or with the other teachers, or with their classmates. They are free to discuss whatever they want to discuss on it. It's a kind of a chatting space. It's a kind of communication space for them. It is somewhat different than the chat, because chat box is limited to the personal conversation. Teacher sometimes may not have a notification about the chattings from the students. Discussion forum channel, if we create a discussion forum channel here, then it is open for all the members of the organization. They can discuss here what they want. So as a teacher, one can give here some topics to discuss. They can ask some questions to their students. They can take a survey of their students. They can handle some polls in this channel. So discussion can be made. So it is a kind of format that we always usually see in the MOOCs. If you have joined any MOOCs on different platforms, then you may have idea that there are some different spaces. Discussion has a different space. There is a different space, separate space for live classes, for video and other resources. So here is a channel. Creating channel means to give a space for a particular activity. So discussion can be done in so many ways. Just I'm giving one example. It is very difficult to introduce all the features of Microsoft Teams in 1 hour. It is very difficult. So I'm trying my best to introduce some of the most useful features that a teacher can use in front of their students. So in the discussion, for example, we can create a poll or a kind of form. Here in the menu bar, there is one option that is form. You can ask them that, for example, have you completed your homework, right? As a teacher, it can ask such a question or such a kind of yes, no, right? And just save it. Once you save it and send, it would appear in the discussion forum channel. So here students can give answer. It would be visible to all the students. They will give answer yes or no. And here we will have a counting of how many students have completed and how many of have not completed. So such kind of activities can be done in the discussion forum. Or you can ask open answer kind of question here. You can type as a teacher, you can type here. Or if you want to give some more topics for discussion, then you have a word pad in which you can type and ask your students to discuss or just give the answer or discussion kind of things. So there are so many things. You can attach some files here. You can attach any word file from your computer, your devices. So new conversation is there. So here we can attach so many things from a video, audio, a word file, or any PDF, whatever. So we can add here. So discussion forum kind of channel can be added there. Then okay, yes, in between I just tell you that if you have any question, then you can ask in chat box. You can write over there. We will discuss over it. So let's what I have done, that I have added another channel in in my classroom. First is discussion forum, where students can discuss different things. Then live class, or we can say live meeting. So what happens that it makes easy for students to access the classroom. If some discussion topic is given, then students have a clear idea that they have to go into the discussion forum channel. If there is a live meeting scheduled in the classroom, then they have this idea that they have to go to live meeting classroom only. So it is very easy for them to access the entire classroom. So in live meeting, what we do, we can schedule meeting. Here is the option in the right corner. You can say in the right top corner, there are two options, that meet now and schedule a meeting. If you click on the schedule a meeting, then you will have a calendar features or time and date setting features. You can add the title, for example, meeting 1, right? Here it is already, it will be sent to live meeting channel. That is by default, right? You can select your time and date, and then if you will send it, then it will be scheduled to live meeting channel. So it is easy for students to access the entire meeting or live meeting or whatever lectures or classes we arrange in, for our students. So it's another channel. While we are discussing live meeting, then let's see that what features do we does the Microsoft Teams provide in a live meeting. As we are operating Zoom right now, we have so many options like screen share and chat and participants. So how does a Microsoft Teams look like? Let's see that. If you will join the classroom in the Microsoft Teams, then you will have some very interesting features over there. Uh, it gives you camera and speaker setting before joining the meeting. You can prepare yourself for the meeting. So yes, this is how does Microsoft Team look like. There are so many menus in the live class. For example, participants is there. Uh, Okay, so here is the menu of participants. There is chat box available. This is very interesting. On presentations of students or even teachers, one can praise or one can give feedback in the form of emojis, right? There is a breakout rooms facility. One can create a breakout room that can be used to communicate personally with others, some students. And there are this much other menus like device setting, meeting options, meeting notes can be taken while live meeting. One can write the minutes and whatever discussion has been done in the meeting. Meeting details is given. Together mode is given. It gives a classroom kind of look to the live meeting. So a full screen apply background effect option is also available. We all know that it is available in Zoom also. We can apply some background images as the effect. So live caption is also there. And in the upcoming update of Microsoft Teams, there is one interesting feature coming up, that is transcription that supports to English language. What does the teacher and students speak in the classroom in English? It would be typed, it would be visible to everyone. And at the end of the meeting, the teacher would be able to download the transcription. Okay, someone has said that if you click on it, you can see breakout room. Okay, so breakout rooms, yes, this facility has been given in the recent feature. You can automatically create a room or you can manually create a room, means you can add participants as per your requirement. Recording option is that. So and this is a screen sharing content, means you have to if you want to present your screen, then you have this option here. And here we have leave and end meeting kind of thing. So very flexible for the teachers to use the live conferencing, video conferencing by MS Teams. Most of some very interesting features are given at that. Okay, so let's move ahead. I'm going to create 5 channels, and I will introduce you one by one what kind of things we can do in the channels, right? So we have created 2 channels, that is discussion forum and live meeting. See here it is very interesting that at the end of meeting you will be given attendance report. Yes, there is no need for teachers to download the attendance. Means the report will be already available at the end of the meeting. It is in the recent feature update. This feature is given. Recording and attendance, both of these features are available in the end of the meeting. So discussion forum, live meeting. In live meeting, we have to just schedule our live classrooms, right? A live meeting or live lectures, we can say. Okay, then what kind of other channel that I have created in my classroom? That is, we can give them some reading resources, right? Reading resources. And here we can provide them some resources to read at the end of the lecture. Whatever point has been discussed in the lecture, we can provide them some reading resources or some activity based resources to them. How can we provide them? There are so many ways to provide different resources in this channel. First, if you want to add any YouTube video as a resource, then you can just click on the YouTube, right? And you have to just copy the link of YouTube video that you want to provide to your students. Just a minute. Yes, for example, I'm here taking one video link. You have to copy the URL of the video and then you have to paste in the YouTube menu, right? It will automatically access your video, and when you will click on the video, it will be posted in the channel, right? You can post direct YouTube video to your channels directly, right? So this way you can provide them YouTube videos as a resource. Wikipedia is also available in the Teams. there are so many applications available, third-party applications available in MS Teams, which you can use for your students for interactive communication with your students. Suppose you want to give any write-up of Wikipedia to your student as a reading resource, then you can post here. For example, you can search any topic by writing in the box, and you will get the results of Wikipedia. And if you click on that result, it would be posted to that channel. So YouTube can be given, Wikipedia is available there. Apart from them, there are attachment facilities already there, that if you have some PDFs available in your device, if your Word file or Excel files available in your device, then you can upload from your device to that particular channel, right? So discussion forum, live meeting, and then reading resource. What resources or materials you want to give your students for reading, you can attach here. So this is the third meeting, third channel that I'm using in the Teams. Then I have also created one channel, and that is for assignments. Suppose you want to give any written assignment to your students, then you can create a separate channel for them, and you can schedule the assignments here. You can assign the task to them here. What you have to do for that, if you just create assignment channel, then here you have the plus sign, that will open some more applications for you. If you will click on more, right? So see, you just see that there are so many applications available, third-party applications available, that you can use in the Microsoft Teams, right? There are so many things, forms, channel calendars there. Insight is very interesting feature that provides you some reports of your activities inside Microsoft Teams. Even the entire institute uh, can download the personal activities, or even the institutional activities, or daily reports, or monthly reports, or yearly reports are also available. So the head of the institute can download it from them. So see, these are the categories of different applications, and here you have to add assignments as a or it is also available by default in any channel. Just let me go to the assignment section. Assignment is not needed now to yes, for example, it is by default available in the main menu, that is assignments. You don't need to uh, uh, add the application, right? So if you will click on assignments, then here there are two kind of assignments you can assign to your students. One is written assignment, and the second is quiz, MCQ. Quiz can be assigned to the students. So how should we assign them? Let's see. First of all, written assignment. For example, if you will click on the written assignment, then title, give the title. For example, write your views on MS Teams, right? You have to give mention the points that, for example, it's for 10 points. 10 is a score, maximum score for the assignment. Then it would be assigned to all the students of your classroom. It's a by default. Here is the due date, or you can schedule the dates, schedule to assign in the future. If you want to assign your assignment in the future, not right now, but in the future, if you want to assign, for example, you want to assign it tomorrow at 11 a.m., then you can set up here that it should be assigned on 18th February, and time would be 1 a.m. Due date would be, you can set due date, that due date of the assignment would be 19th April and 12 o'clock, right? Then close date, you can set up close date, that your assignment would be closed on 20th 12 o'clock. So this setup you can do here. Due date is somewhat different than the close date. We all know that after due date, if a student submits the assignment, then it would be a late submission. Close date is something that will close the assignment automatically, right? So if you schedule it in the future, then you can click here. Otherwise, you can just give a done. And here, here is the one of the settings that you have to do. That is, post this notification to this channel. In which channel you want to post? So I want to definitely post on assignment channel. So I have selected right now a different class. So assignment channel is not visible, but you can select here assignment channel and assign. After giving assign, you can see just that your assignment is visible to the student, right? Now quiz, let's see how to assign quiz to our students. If you will click on quiz, then if you already prepared, see, this is linked with Microsoft Forms, right? It is linked with Microsoft Forms. If you prepare your quiz on Microsoft Teams, then it is automatically visible on your account. It is very interesting that if you assign, if you prepare a MCQ test on the website microsoft.form.com, that in that website, if you prepare, the account should be same. If you prepare test over there, it is visible here, right? Otherwise, you can here click on here new quiz. If you will click on a new quiz, it will lead you to the main website, that is forms.microsoft.com. You have to sign in here with your credentials, then give the titles. For example,
Is there a chance? Can you just perhaps pause a little to check the text out messages and to see whether there's any questions about it? That would be great.
Yeah, yes. Let me stop this screen here. Yes, if there is any question in the chat box, let me see here. Okay, someone says that I got interested to learn about and work with Microsoft Teams. Okay, thank you for this kind of feedback. You say that thanks for useful information. Yes, if you have any question regarding this much, we have created virtual classroom.
And perhaps, Jignesh, you might also have a question to the audience,
Yeah, yes.
Do they use MS Teams, and which feature of MS Teams do they find difficult or something of that sort?
Okay, yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to pose the question. I just meant to give everybody a little bit of input that this is a workshop. It's not a presentation only.
Yes.
So let's get into a conversation about, yeah.
Yes, any question? If you have used, we have seen that some of the participants have used Microsoft Teams for the teaching and learning. If you have found some difficulties in operating Teams or any feature, then definitely we can discuss on this. So shall we move ahead in our other features?
Well, if there's no open questions, then I apologize for intruding. I just wanted to give you a bit of breathing space.
It's much needed. Yes.
No, it's very interesting what you're doing, Jignesh. That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so here we have created a quiz. You just give title to the quiz, any title that, for example, virtual meet, right? Then you just add the questions to the form. Right. Here, add new. If you will click on add new, then you have some choices. Multiple choice questions can be prepared. Then text type of short answer type of questions can be framed, right? So Microsoft Form has some kind of limitation that it doesn't provide much facilities or much categories of questions in the MCQ form. So choice and text are two most frequently useful in the teams. So here, if you once prepared the test, it would be visible to the classroom. See here, if we create a quiz, then the quiz that we have prepared would be visible here. You can see that virtual meet quiz is visible here. If you will click on it, then in next, uh, it would be attached to the quiz. The timing, as we saw in the assignment section, we can set up the timings for starting the quiz and closing the quiz. Schedule, assign in the future, and close date we can just schedule here. Then we can put it in the channel that is available in assignment or test or different. So once you send this test, it will be available on this channel, right? So we can also create a test kind of channel here. Just if you create a test channel here, then students, it would be easy for students to know that uh, test MCQ tests are available there. So here we can attach the test as well. So let me show you something. Yes, if you have ever question, you can ask in the chat box. Yes, let's go to chat box first. Someone's has said that mm, yes, let me stop the sharing. Okay, if I create quiz in my forms app, is it visible to my whole organization or just me? Yes, a very interesting question. Suppose you have created a team and you have added other teachers as a owner of the team, then it is visible to them. Right? If you are a single owner of the team, then it is only visible to you. Uh, if there are some other teachers or your faculty members are added as owner in your team, in your class, then it is visible to them also. Otherwise, it is not visible to others. If they are not the owner, there are two words very useful in thinking about it, that owners and members. So those who are added as members in the team cannot see these all things. If someone is added as a owner of the team, then it is visible to them. So it was a good question from Jana. Yes. So I think it's clear. Okay. So it was a quiz part of the MS Teams. Let me show you some of the interesting features of these are some of the frequently useful features of MS Teams. Let's look. Let's take a look at what kind of results do we find when we see the students' assignments. For example, here some assignments are given to my students. Let's see. If they submit the assignment, they can submit assignment in a Word file by typing, or even they can capture image and attach to the assignment section and submit. Right. So it is accessible in both ways. If someone types and submits in the Word file, then also otherwise they can attach as well. So once they submit the assignments, you can see here that 51 students have written submitted assignment. I have checked them and written to them, right? So there are still 3 students have not submitted the assignment. They have viewed only but not worked on that task, right? One of them has turned in 18 hours late. So you can see that how interesting data it provides us. See here, she has submitted her assignment by typing something in Gujarati language. So it may not be understood by you, but something has been typed and written and submitted to me. So here I can I have not allotted point to them. Otherwise, here there would be a box where I can give 10 or 15, whatever point has been assigned. I can write here and written here. So once I return it, the student will receive the assignment back. Right. So it is the something that how assignment looks like when they submit it. Let's see how test looks like. Right. Once you just assign the test MCQ test to them and they submit, It is auto graded. We all know that either it's a Google form or Microsoft form. Tests are auto graded, means there is no need to grade the test. So you can see here that they have got the grades for the test after submission. So these all the tests are written to them, to the students. So there is no need. We cannot view their paper. Otherwise, we can have a look at how. Let's see another test. If the question paper is available, if it is not written, then it is available to see. Otherwise, we cannot see them. Uh, Okay, someone has said that which app is for assignment? Yes, let me tell you, Jana. Assignment is by default given in any team that you create, right? For example, see here I have created virtual round table meet, that is public kind of classroom. So assignment is not visible there. Otherwise, once you create a classroom, then assignment is by default given in the main menu. You can see here in the general channel, by default there are some things: post, files, class notebooks, assignments, and if you want to add more, then you can add from here. But assignment is not required to added in the to be added in the classroom. It is by default given in the classroom in general channel. A general channel is by default provided when you create a classroom. So assignment is already there. Once you click on assignment, you will have options of either you want to create a quiz or assignment, right? So it is already there in any team. When you create a classroom, assignment would be already there. So there is no need to attach or add as a third party application. So test is there. Yes, so auto grading is available in the test. So it is very useful for the teachers that when they give assignment or test, that grades are available for downloading. For example, yes, here you can see grades. Grades are also by default available in any teams, right? If you once click on grades, you will see all the assignments that you have assigned to your students, all the quiz that you have assigned to your students, and all the record is available here. You can see grades are available, assignments are written or not, that record is available. They have viewed or they have turned in, whatever, all kind of record is available. And you can also download in Excel file. That is very required, that as a teacher we need a record. We have to keep record of our activities, right? So you can export it in the Excel file. So grades are also available, right? Then yes, one third party app you have to add, that is Insight. You can just type, let's go to our virtual roundtable meet classroom. Here you can add Insight. Insight is a third party application that you can add here, and it gives some interesting reports of your activities. For example, it's a Insight. Once you search, yes, that is Insights. And here add a team, add to a team, so it will be automatically added to a virtual roundtable meet 2020. Set up a tab. Once you go to set up a tab, then you will be able to access it in the teams.
Jignesh, can I bring to your attention two questions
Yes.
by participants?
Yes, yes.
Oh, do you want to read them yourself? Yana said something, and Zainab, they have some technical problems.
Yes. Okay.
And please read it out loud for the recording.
Yes, okay. Jainab is saying that while singing up as a school, business, family, does it matter which one we choose? I choose business, my page doesn't have assignment tab. Uh, maybe in the business package assignment may not be there. I'm not much confident or confirmed about it. But in the education page package, if you select a free package, that is A1 package education, in that package assignment is available there. I'm not sure about the business packages, China. You have to just search in Google, or you can also take the help of Microsoft Teams. I think in the business package it may not be available. Okay. Jainab is also saying that I think this is my problem. We have different license, or yes. In the business license, it may be that assignment is not available there. Right? So I have a education account, and in this account, this facility is there. Okay, so we were talking about Insight. Insight gives some interesting report to the teachers here we would not have much reports. Let's go to my regular team, in which we can access some reports, or we can see how Insight provides us some activity reports. So Insight you have to add as a third party application to the team, and it can be added by this plus sign. Here there are so many applications available which we can add in our teams. Okay, just I have to go. Yes, Insights. So this is the quality feature of MS Teams, I would say. Head of the institute can have a look at what kind of activities have been done in the teams, or the particular channels. In this team, it says that we couldn't find enough activities to show, right? So let's go to some other teams where we can see that how
Can I mention something that I just read, because that seems to be Jana's problem as well as Zeynep's problem, not to see the assignments. Is that correct?
yes, it may be a license problem, I think.
Well, I've just read up on YouTube on the web, and it says here it was a forum post in Microsoft community in saying that the assignment app doesn't appear. And then one person, and it was signposted by Microsoft as the best solution, said he found the issue in the admin panel, settings, services, add-ins, Microsoft Teams, select apps from the drop-down and allow external apps in Microsoft Teams. Once this is enabled, I was able to access the assignments tab. Is that possible?
Maybe yes, Jainab can add assignment from the third-party applications that are available in the classroom. So you just try to add assignment, for example, if it is available there. For example, yes, here.
I mentioned this post. Perhaps it helps, Zainab. Try it out.
Yes. In the community, you may find the answers. You can just also try here that by clicking on third-party apps, you can search here if assignment is available. What happens that in the older versions, one has to add the assignment tab. But in the latest feature, assignment is by default given in every Teams. So there is no need to add as a third party feature. But maybe if it is a business license, and we have to get confirmed that it is available or that or not. Okay, so we were just thinking about the insights. Let's see. Yes, it is already there. Insight. You can add it to the team. Generally, in the education package, admin center is provided by the MS team once the head of the department or head of the institute have his own ID and password by which he can operate the entire uh, entire features of the teams, or he can also operate the accounts, not accounts, but the activities of the teachers and students. For example, the head of the institute can see all the activities in his admin center. He can also see the timetables or scheduled classes by different faculties, and they can get the report. So here, for example, see 43 students were inactive last week. 46 students were absent from at least one meeting last week. And if you click over there, they will provide name of the students, that why they were who were absent or who were present in the frequently meetings. Digital activities, some are given a report of the digital activities that they are done by different students. So this kind of data has been provided by the insight feature. If it is added in the see here, activity wise report is also available. Meetings, for example, that what is the report of all students in the meetings. So this kind of uh, uh, facilities are given by insight. So one another feature that I would like to introduce, and that is OneNote. Is very important for the teachers for collaborative teaching learning. Right, OneNote can be added as a third-party feature. It is not available, then you can add here OneNote. Yes, it's like a Google Forms and Google Docs. We saw that we can see that they are, you know, for the uh, collaborative kind of tasks. So OneNote can be added, and it can be assigned to the students for the different tasks, different activities over there, writing activities particularly, so that all the students of the class can uh, collaborate something in a teaching and learning process. Let me add it, or just quickly let's go if it is already added somewhere. Yes. You can create a new one. For example, uh, it's a frequent title that I'm using here, uh, virtual table meet, for example. Right, so students can write on their own here, and it can be auto saved, and it can be downloaded as well. So the collaborative kind of thing can be done here. Date and time is also mentioned here. You can give a title here to write, assign some writing to them, and they can access in their account. They can write here as well. So it's a very good feature of MS Team that provide a collaborative kind of things in the MS Teams. Right. So
Can I ask a question about OneNote?
yes,
Because
yes.
one teacher, I believe she said there is OneNote and then there is Classroom OneNote. But maybe I misunderstood. I don't know. She called it specifically Classroom OneNote.
Okay. Yes.
Are there two different?
No, no, they are not different. They both the things are same. Some says it's a classroom notebook, but it's the same as OneNote that is available, because classroom note uh, is not available as a third-party app in this team. Yet let's get confirmed here that classroom note, no, it's nothing is like, but I think she must be telling about the OneNote. Right, OneNote is uh, available there, but maybe both of the features are same, that for the collaborative kind of learning. So yes, any other question if there from the audience, then we can discuss over it. How much time is left? I would like to ask so that I can present in that way.
Actually, we still have, well, in the other room, I said another 15 minutes. That was 5 minutes ago. So we still have 10 minutes. That's fine.
Okay. Yes. OneNote class notebook is great. Really, it's very useful. Lucy's telling. Yes.
I've seen once a teacher use OneNote, and she's created the most amazing activities and drawings, and oh my word, I mean, it was just mind-boggling what for the students she does, and how she would then assign this, the class specific OneNote, and then she asked them to rub off on OneNote to rub off the number or something. I mean, she was so creative with OneNote. It was unbelievable.
So far as language learning is concerned,
Lucy, perhaps, yeah.
yes, Lucy has created excellent task in OneNote. Okay. So far as language learning is concerned, definitely such kind of collaborative features are very useful. We can ask students to write spellings at the basic level, or write some kind of sentences by using different words. So many activities, interactive activities can be given. We have a higher education students, so we just sometimes give them task to write long answer kind of questions, right? So they write it or they type it in the OneNote. So really a good one. So yes, we should do a session just on OneNote. Definitely, OneNote is quite very useful for the collaborative tasks. There are all these third-party apps. You can see Kahoot is already there. You can conduct a live quiz by using Kahoot with your students. OneNote, as we already knew about it, MindMaster is there. So many applications are given, and this is the speciality of I think Microsoft Teams, that it has given so many third-party applications for the presentation in the classroom. We can add it there. Poly is there, some well-known application. Even Zoom is there. We can arrange Zoom meetings via we can say Microsoft Teams. WebEx is there. So many things. So this is something that makes it different to MS Teams than other video conferencing applications. So here I have introduced some of the channels that I use in my classroom. You can add the channels as per your requirement, but it is very important that you create a channel in your teams so that the students can easily access them. Students can go to the tasks very easily, and you have to not give some more instructions to them. They already know that if you have assigned any task, then it would be in the assignment channel. If you have scheduled any video meeting, then it would be scheduled in the live class, right? If you have given any test, then it would be available on test channel. So channels are very useful in that sense. Okay, and one more thing I would like to tell you, that how your students can join your classroom. That is very important, right? So for that, you have to click on the menu of your team. Just go to manage team, right? And here in the settings, you will find team code. If you will click on the team code and generate, then it would create a unique team code for you. So just give this team code to your students, and they will join the team. And how they will join the team? Once they log into their account, in the top in the corner, there is a join or create team. So once they click here, join a team with a code. So they will type code in this box, and they will be able to join the team. Right? So this way, one can share the class codes to the students, and they can join the team.
That is very valuable information. Thank you so much, Jignesh.
Yes.
That was the punch, the very important last bit of information.
Yes.
So, has anybody still have a
Yes.
question for Jignesh? The question is, where do you learn all of this, Jignesh? Do you have kind of a group at your institute where you share these tips on how to use MS Teams, or how do you learn about it?
I have learned by interest, nothing else. I have not got any training or that kind of thing, but I have just interest in MS Teams. Once I was believing that MS Team is very heavy to use. It is overloaded application, and it is difficult for students to use this kind of things. And here, if we have a slow internet connection, then it is difficult to manage the this much overloaded application. But when I started to use this application, I got confirmed that this is really an interesting platform for remote teaching, or online kind of teaching learning process. So by just my interest, I started to take the journey of MS Teams. I started to be aware of different features and different updates, and it really gave some interesting things.
Thank you so much. Is there also a training course with Microsoft that you can take, or a particular, I mean, yes, YouTube, you get a lot of YouTube videos,
Yes.
but is there a step-by-step training course by Microsoft?
I don't think there is any Microsoft Team courses available, or rather, I have not come to know about any kind of course like this. But yes, YouTube videos are there, but as you say, that they are not step by step. So it is quite required that someone create a course and launch a course on
Isn't that
MS.
amazing that Microsoft hasn't done it? I
Yes.
mean, they give out this complicated software without any courses.
They have a YouTube channel, and they introduce the features on YouTube, but it's not step by step. Yes.
That is weird. Thank you so much. This is why your know-how is really valued. So we appreciate this also from a teacher's point of view, how you've been using this in class. And we may have to watch with the recording a little bit to maybe blur out the student data. So I'm trying to edit this afterwards. Obviously, we'll put it out on YouTube for a moment, but then we'll try to blur some private data to not be able to be caught up by your institute or your students. Okay, thank you so much, Jignesh.
Thank you. Thank you.